Dr. Anchalu. My name is Stephen Thompson. My question is, the region where you found the stone inscriptions, would that have been the region where the Nok or Nok culture was located? Now, when I say Nok or Nok, I'm spelling it with a capital N-O-K. Would they have been somehow related?
Yes, the answer is yes. Because in the between 9,000 BC and 5,000 BC, we discovered that there was a thriving civilization called Biafra in the area of Nigeria, Cameroon. And that civilization was a mighty civilization, and it enveloped much of Nigeria and the Cameroons and some environs. Its center was where you now call Nok. Ecom appears to be its library, where information was stored in the remote forests for safekeeping, so to say.
Okay. All right, thank you. That's about all the time that we have for questions right now. We're going to be taking a short 10-minute break. The next author queued up and is ready to go will be at 12:10 with author Dana Kennedy. So relax for a few moments. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
About how Igbo people have been in existence even before Abraham was born. The world's oldest iron smelting site is located at Opi-Ileja, Enugu State, Igbo land. And the site was dated back to 20th century, which was 2000 BCE when Abraham was born. That is about 4,000 years ago. The Usude Pyramid is located in Udi, Enugu State, and was dated 3000 BCE, approximately 5,000 years ago. Archaeologist G.I. Jones proved that Igbos evolved in their land when he visited Ugwele Utru Cave and other archaeologist sites located in Igbo land in 1930. This is a proof that Igbo people existed before Abraham was born. Igbo people have been living in Opileja and Usude for thousands of years even before Abraham was born. Allegedly, Eri is not from Israel but from Opileja or the Usude, who migrated to found the Aguleri and the Inri Kingdom. Do you know that Obara in ancient Kemechian language, that is Egypt language, means the first son? Have you also wondered why our ancestors say Orise Binigwe? Orise is the Kemechian name for God of the sun, thunder and lightning, just like Amadioha. Have you wondered why your ancestors built pyramid in Enugu? Do you know the origin of pyramids and their spiritual essence? The truth remains that Igbo and Egypt have been in existence before Abraham was born. There are more cultural similarities between ancient Egypt and Igbo people. The ancient Igbo civilization is older than Israel. The Igbos is the only tribe in West Africa that has 85% same cultures, arts, tradition, crafts, and technology with Egypt, and their ancestors traded with each other. Such proofs is the iron smelting site and the Nsude pyramids. Allegedly,
which is, are we fighting religion or for our freedom, which is Biafra?
We are fighting ignorance and we're fighting for our freedom. The same go hand in hand. If you want to build a viable country and economy, you need sensible, reasonable people. If you bring in religious idiots into it, you can never be developed. Then why are we fighting for Biafra if Biafra will be gotten and then we're not developed? What's the essence of fighting for Biafra?
Thank you.
So please, another thing is this. I want you to remember that what we are fighting is for our nation, Biafra. We will not like distraction over this struggle. Because when we are struggling for our nation, if we continue...
Are you...
church affairs. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, if we are fighting for church affairs...
Your credit's about to finish. Go ahead, please.
Yes, it's trying to finish. Let us continue struggling for the freedom of Biafra. When we get Biafra, we make constitution. Anything that we're supposed to be in our land will be. What we're not supposed to be will not be there. So, but if we continue to buy two things at a time, we may get problems.
What are we fighting? I don't know. When people say fight, what are we fighting?
This church issue.
Which part of
Which
part of the church issue is a problem for you? Which part of it?
this of Jesus issue or church issue, let us struggle for our nation and get our nation. Then on constitution, we will know what will remain or what will not be there.
His credit has finished. I wanted him to stay so I can address him. I don't know if some of you understand what we are doing. You don't understand what we are doing, do you? You went to war before and you failed. Have you asked yourself, why did I fail? Biafra is the kingdom of heaven. Are you aware of that? So you want Chukwukika Biama to call down his kingdom from heaven to come to earth where men are afraid to speak the truth. Is that what you think? Or you nature? As I said before, Biafra is the last miracle. You are about to be surprised. Any evil we see, we bring it to the fore. We castigate it. Let me repeat. Any evil, your job, we come across, we expose it. I asked you a simple example. I asked for a simple question for you to give me an example. What is the meaning of the word Jesus? Don't answer me. Go to your reverend father and ask. I don't want to be at the helm of affairs of a people who are afraid of critical reasoning. Critical reasoning. If you are at the front line and Kumi calls you on the phone, you are a chorister at Deeper Life. Or say the Holy Spirit said to me to ask you to live there. Would you live as a general overseer? If they tell you, that is why we need to remove the veil of ignorance of religious superstition away from what we are doing, so that you develop rational common sense. Why do you think that Britain got away with the mess that they committed? Nobody took them to court for killing Biafran people. Because of Anglican Church. Because you go for synod in England, the catechist, the archbishop that gives you instruction is from England. How can you take him to court? Wishy-washy sentimentalism. I said in the end, we are going to triumph. And then you worship Chukwukika Biama in truth and honesty. They think we are joking. I said to Chukwukika one day, he said, yes. I said, are these your children? He said, yes. He said, go and bring them back to me. That's exactly what we are doing. Without fear nor favor. I gave you an example the other day, and I keep giving it to you. I don't care in the interim what you do, what you worship, and whatever it is that you're following. That's entirely your business. But Chukwukika Biama will bear his name. Omo ani Igwe. Do you understand? We answer Omo Obasi. We answer Umuchuku. We answer Wolisa. Olisa means the same thing. It means the Almighty God in heaven. I don't know if you follow sequentially, sequence. I understand if somebody makes a living out of lying with the Bible, you want to defend your place where you're eating from. I respect that very much. But it's a lie. And anything that is a lie, Radio Biafra will turn it inside out for the world to see.
We are here to get Biafra, yes. But I don't want Biafra of idiots. Azikiwe fought for independence. Jomo Kenyatta fought for independence. Kwame Nkrumah fought for independence. Arap Moi fought for independence. Nyerere fought for independence. Even right now, remember, I don't want to talk about Eduardo dos Santos of Angola. That's different. I want to talk about Nelson Mandela. He fought for independence. Are you telling me that South Africa you have today was what Mandela fought for? Are you telling me that Mandela died, that black people will be hunting down other black people to kill? The answer is no. Why is that happening? Because the principal critical work that should have been done with the freedom fighting was not done. And what is that? Education. It's a secret. I've given it away now. You know, before we arrived at fighting for our freedom this way, I looked at the history of Africa. I looked at the history of every black freedom fighter, genuine. I looked at the history of their countries and respective territories and what happened when they got what they were looking for. Invariably, you'll be shocked. None of them made any progress. I repeat, none of them made any collective conscientious progress that you can look at and say, hey, I'm happy with this. None. Why? Because black people try to, or they are imitating, they want to imitate Europeans and white people. They think that by going to white people's school, by doing everything white people does, somehow they can effect lasting change in their lives, and the answer is no. You can't do it. Do you know why they cannot do it? There is a way that Caucasians think. It's working for them, and I love it. Good luck to them. But you, as an African, you as a Biafran, if you want that piece of land to be developed, you need to think in a particular way. Not necessarily with the way the Caucasian does it. That is what we are doing, so that the legacy of Biafra will last. That Biafrans will not condone anybody. You will judge any fool who is in office and stealing money. They say don't judge anybody. So somebody can be a governor and steal people's salary and run away. Well, don't judge him as he's stealing your money. You come and say, oh, God, but what are you doing? He will say, oh, don't judge me that you will not be judged. It's in the book. It's just like a pastor telling you about tithe. Or touch not my anointing. You are a criminal fake pastor. They are coming to arrest you. Say, oh, touch not my anointing. We want Biafra to be different. That is why we educate you. We impart knowledge the way we do. So you'll be able to hold your public officers to account. Nobody can come and bring any wishy-washy, superstitious mumbo jumbo. Tell you, oh, don't touch this. Nonsense. Everything is questionable. Everything I say. Question everything. That is how you keep your public servants on their toes all the time. To do what you want. After all, the country belongs to you. It doesn't belong to them. Power belongs to the people, and in this Biafra we are building genuinely, power will belong to the people. How do you make them hold on to that power and discharge your responsibilities? By educating them, and that's what we're doing now. So sometimes it appears as if we are digressing. Oh, we are going towards religion. It is for a purpose. We know what we are doing. It is for a purpose. Or else you end up dumb. You won't know what they're doing. We don't want that rubbish. That is why we do things the way we do. After all, the basis of your ignorance as a black person is religion. Religion is why black Africans are dumb. By the time you come away from this bondage, my goodness, that is why we are the way we are. We are fast forwarding everything to make it quick, so that when we get Biafra, you won't mess it up. All of you with your general overseer, if you're in the Biafra army, telling me I should leave Yoruba pastors alone. If you know Yorubas don't want Biafra, is that correct? Yes, this man said, Kumiyi said he is praying for the zoo not to break up. Yes? And we're fighting for the zoo to break up. Now, if this pastor of yours, because as you're going now, you give your mom your phone number or your dad. Your dad goes to Yoruba church. They ask your dad, oh, where is your son? My son is fighting with the army of Biafra. The pastor can say, give me his number. I want to call him. Yoruba will call your son at the battlefront. If your son did not receive this education now, or is of a weak disposition, he'll say, okay, yes, so my general overseer, Pastor Kumiyi, man of God, said I should not fight anymore, that Nigeria is better for me. Since my man of God has spoken, I have to do what the man of God said. Rubbish. Now you understand